Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, the McQuinn Athletic Complex to be exact. And we're bringing you semifinal 5A girls lacrosse sections playoffs. Blake School coming in to take on Benilde-St. Margaret's. Glad you're with us. My name is Robert Christensen and we're underway here at the McQuinn Athletic Complex. Julia Evans wins the faceoff, and there the familiar Maggie Gratzik, the junior captain, leading scorer on the Red Knights with the ball. Now behind the net to number 6, that's Charlize Vang. If you were with us before or saw our delayed broadcast of the quarterfinals, the Red Knights had their way all afternoon long in their previous matchup against, who were they playing before? I'm looking here, Benilde. They beat the Blake School 16-2. Blake School got here the number 3 seed by beating Robbinsdale Armstrong 9-6 and a turnover off the bat. So a good start for the Blake School. They're clearly the underdog here, and now they'll bring the ball up, coming across midfield and getting met by Gratzik. She checks the ball out. It's still loose, and it's picked up by Blake's number 12. That is Charlotte Opp. And now Blake into the Red Knight zone. Our score 0-0, just underway here. Glad again you're with us. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports on location, and we're bringing you the best of girls lacrosse in the section semifinals. And now the Blake School looking very good here early, able to get that ball down into the Red Knight zone. And now behind the net, that is number 7, Lolo Palestrini, I should say. And now Blake will set up their offense much like a basketball team with an arc and a point guard and people to the right and left. That's Cynthia Lyman, the junior midfielder. She gives it up to number 20. That is Jocelyn Jim. She comes right in, Jocelyn, and Brooke Nelson makes her first save of the afternoon, but the rebound ends up with the Blake Bears. Now with the long stick behind the net, number 7. That is Lola Palestrini, the junior attacker. She comes in, gets pushed back by the defense of the Red Knights. Now number 2 with it. That is Maddie Newhouse, and she'll bring it out back up top to number 13. That's Charlotte Palmby. Over to number 10, Remy Abraham. And now the Blake School doing a good job maintaining possession. Nifty pass inside. The shot blocked by Nelson once again. Rebound into the basket of number 7, Palestrini. So great defense on display by the Red Knights, but also good sustained ball possession. And now Julia Evans, as she was sitting just outside the 30-yard line, tried to take it away. Unsuccessful, however. And now number 10, Remy and Abraham with it, the senior attacker. And the Blake Bears showing great poise and great patience here on offense early. Taking their time. They do not want to get into a track meet with these Red Knights, that is for sure. Now number 10 goes to the left, Abraham. She gets turned back, much like a forward in basketball, tries to drive the lane, gets pushed back out, and they have to push the ball back out. That's how I view lacrosse. Now look at the defense by Brooklyn Miller, number 18. She is one tough cookie. Almost got the interception. Now behind the net, number 6 with it for Blake. That is Maddie Shaw. Maddie Shaw now fakes left, holds on to it, looks to get inside, can't. And the defense pushes them back out. Excellent defense here by the Red Knights. And you know what they say, defense wins championships. And right now that is on display. And the quick shot and a goal, and the patience paid off for the Red Knights. Number 11 gets the goal, Cynthia Lyman, the junior, right here. Here's that replay. She comes in, keeps that ball going back and forth, and went right down low on Nelson and beat her for goal number 1. And the Blake Bears on the road in the semifinal get the first goal of the evening. That comes with 21:05 to go in the first half. And this goes back to my point. Anybody that knows lacrosse, it's not a brilliant statement. You gotta win those face-offs. And here we are at the all-important face-off. Julia Evans. And And the ball loose, and the Bears get it. Again, that is Cynthia Lyman. She just got the goal, and now the Bears are back in business on offense for the second consecutive time tonight. Number 10 with it, Remy Abraham. And they will take their time. I was just reading something about Tolstoy's War and Peace. Patience, patience, patience is so key. And sports is very much like that. Obviously without the carnage, but nevertheless, it is a game of taking territory, and being patient can be incredibly important, and the Blake Bears had it on display. It took them 3.5 minutes before they got the shot they wanted, and they made it pay off, and now they've got that face-off, and they are going to take control of this ball, and it's incumbent on the Red Knights to get it back. Now driving right there once again, that was number 10, Abraham. And now the ball into the basket of Brooke Nelson, and the Red Knights are on offense for the first time this evening, trying to answer right back. This is semifinal girls lacrosse at its best. Now Hillens, number 12 with it. The junior, cross midfield, misses as she attempted to get it to June Vang, the freshman, and it's out of bounds, and an unforced error uncharacteristically against the Red Knights, and now the Blake Bears will have it deep in their own zone. And now they'll bring it back easily. That's in goal, number 24. That's Abby Zeal, the senior. I'll bring you some statistics a minute as soon as we look them up here, but the goaltender. Now the ball loose, and now Julia Evans has it, and she'll bring it in on the left side. Look at those long strides as she comes in, and now she'll set up the offense, and so will the rest of the Red Knights. Grotzik behind her. Now Julia Evans calls a play, raising her fingers there, obviously signifying a play or some sort of motion offense that they like to employ. And now the Red Knights down 1-0 at home in the semifinals. Winner goes home tonight. We're in June. It's section playoffs. Grotzik. Now to number 14, Phaedra Vang. And around the horn we go to number 22, Carson Elliott. Now up top to number 6, that's Charlize Vang. Now to Phaedra and to Grotzik. She's their leading scorer. She got her 50th goal of the year in the quarterfinal. And now she's looking, cutters coming across. She tried to hit Hillens, couldn't connect, ball loose. And it's in the basket of the goaltender, Abby Zeal. So the first offensive foray goes by the wayside for the Red Knights, and we're already approaching 18 minutes to go here in the first half. And now the interception, the turnover for number 13, Annabelle Nicholson. And the Red Knights are back in business, looking to tie it up. There's the flip to Evans. Evans now in the corner, Grotzik in the slot. And now Evans will slow it down. And we've got us a match here. If you're just joining us, I know we're not streaming live, but if you're just joining us on tape delay, the shot by Evans and the defense by Zeal rejects that shot. And she comes up with her own rebound. And now the Blake Bears have it, and they'll try to bring it up. Here's the forecheck by Grotzik. They get it by her into the basket of number 10, Abraham, the captain. Captain, she'll come around, and she does get by with her speed. Abraham now, deep into Benilde territory, will pull up in the corner as the defense lays back, and now the Blake Bears, again, on offense and in business with a 1-0 lead, and we are now approaching 17 minutes. Quick moving first half here. Now the Bears. If you're wondering what the temperature is here, 85 degrees, hazy, dew point at 60, so a little humid, and now a foul called, a cross check. Right here, here's that replay as we looked at Cynthia Lyman. She got goal number 1 as she got Malachi crushed by 3 Red Knights, and now she'll get a free shot from the top of the key on the top of the arc. We'll see what kind of first step speed she has, if she can get by those 2 defenders from left and right. Brooke Nelson at the ready. Here's the whistle. She'll come right in. The shot and a goal. That's her second in a row. And the Blake Bears are up 2-0. Just like that, that goal comes with 16:23 remaining. And the chest bump by the Bears, and they are off to a great start. The number 3 seed, Blake School, on the road. And here's that replay. And my concern was, could she get by the defenders left and right? And her height there allowed her to get that shot off, and she beat Nelson over the right shoulder for goal number 2. And it's 2-0. Bears. Now back to the center circle. That's Lyman again against Julia Evans for the third face-off of the evening. Referee backs out, and Evans takes it herself, brushes off the attacker, and now she's in business and into the corner for Grotzik. And that's where she usually likes to be, and that's where she should be. And now she'll run the offense. The point guard runs through Grotzik. Now behind the net, number 6, that is Charlize Vang. Now to Elliott, and around the horn we go. Now number 4 in, Katie Croft. To the near side, that's 14, Phaedra Vang. And now Vang to Grotzik. Okay, everybody got a touch. We'll go back around. And I think this is always good. Early on, just get your bearings here, throw the ball around, get comfortable, and then get your offense going. I think it's incredibly wise. Now Croft to number 7, June Vang. Elliott. But you got to believe the Red Knights. They've got to get this next goal if they can. They don't want to go 3 down, 3-0. The Blake School, they're smart players over there as well. Now Grotzik looking for Evans and couldn't hit, but the ball's going to be loose, and June Vang's going to pick it up. Good recovery by Vang. Now she loses it briefly, able to get it back, getting harassed beautifully there by Lyman and able to get away with it. Great play right there by June Vang. If this results in a goal, she should get an assist just for that play right there. Now Grotzik behind the goal line, directing traffic on the near side. She has Elliott to her right. Now she gives it up to number 6, Charlize Vang. 3 Vangs out there. I think there may be 4. Now Charlize behind the net with that left-handed side. One thing I've noticed about, see, she went to her right. They can go both ways. What's that word? Ambidextrous. Don't ask me to spell it, but I can say it, and I know what it means. Here comes Charlize. She tries to work her way, and they're going to call a charging call on Charlize Vang. So an unforced error once again turns it back over to the Blake Bears, and now they have it with almost 14 minutes to go here. First half, they've got a 2-0 lead. They've got to feel empowered right now. Now, number 13 with it for the Bears. That is Charlotte Palmby. As the Bears take their time, methodically bringing it up. Nice look inside to number 13, Palmby. Palmby brings it up and then wisely comes back around. And again, that is the theme tonight, is patience on the part of the Bears. Whatever their game plan was, they are orchestrating it perfectly. That's Laura Palestrini. Now on the far side, number 10, Remy Abraham. To the near side, up top, Charlotte Palmby. Palmby now trots right, cuts left, gets pushed back, goes back right. Now behind to number 6, Maddie Jha. Bears now on that far side. That's number 7, Palestrini. And the quick shot. And they're going to let them play on. The Blake Bears looking like they were hurt, and now the whistle.
It was clean.
And that could be, was this a real hit or not? Judge for yourself right there. I don't know. Almost like to see that one more time if it's possible. That's number 8, Ellie Morrison, the senior captain. Let's see here. Was she really hit or not? Right there. Maybe just a tad. Not much, though. A graze at best. Nevertheless, it results in the whistle, and now the turnover. And look at number 21 as she lowers her shoulder. Maddie Kaltsas. Kaltsas still with it. She took the hit, and now a whistle. Delayed whistle as she was off to the races. And a yellow card being called against the Blake Bears. And I'm not sure for what. Oftentimes I'm looking down at the time. for a name or a number or a stat, and so that interrupted the momentum of the Red Knights. I'd be a little annoyed if I were a Red Knights coach there, but nevertheless, they play on. Now into the offensive zone, number 14, Faye Javang to Gratzik. And now I hear offsides calls from the crowd in front of me. I'm in the press box, and there was a whistle. I didn't know there was such a thing as offsides in lacrosse. I'd never heard of that concept before, to be honest. I know offsides in soccer, it's a moving line. I understand that. I actually played soccer. Lacrosse didn't exist when I was growing up. And now the shot by Kaltzas. And another great save by Abby Zeal. And she might be the wild card tonight. She has been magnificent in goal here early. That save coming with just under 12 minutes to go. Now number 12 with it for the Bears. That's Charlotte Opp. Opp now gets it poke checked away by Vang. And now Evans comes up with it on the near side. And she's off to the races on the left sideline. Bringing the speed, being chased by number 4 for the Bears. That's Vivian Filstrom. And now Evans slows it down with 11 and a half minutes to go. The flip from Grotchik back to Evans. Red Knights got to be chomping at the bit to get this first goal here in this semifinal. Following this match, the boys will be in action in their own semifinal. They haven't lost in 2 years. They will be taking on the Wayzata Trojans. Now the shot goes wide left. That was taken by Grotzik. And the rebound ends up in the basket of Hillens. Now she'll bring it back into play. Now Carson Elliott, number 22 with it. And we got a whistle and a timeout taken by the Red Knights. Anna Bowlesby, the head coach. And I think it's a wise head coach decision. Her team down 2-0, struggling on the offensive end a little bit. And not a bad idea. It'll give me a chance to talk a little bit more about the weather we got here. Well, why don't we talk about the Section 5A girls lacrosse bracket? And here we are, Benilde, they're in the bottom of the bracket. They were the number 2 seed. Maple Grove, obviously up top, the number 1 seed. They took on Rogers in their first quarterfinal match, winning that 15-3. And tonight, right now, they're taking on Wayzata, and Benilde is taking on the Blake School. So that's how we got here. So the 4 teams remaining, obviously Maple Grove, Wayzata, Blake School, BSM. And one thing you got to notice is that whoever the committee is that makes the seeds, they were accurate in who they are. 1 versus 4, 3 versus 2, and that's kind of the way you want it in a way, because the best team should get the highest seeds. And they knew what they were doing, didn't they, when they saw that? So if that holds true, Benilde should move on, Maple Grove should move on, and the final would be at Maple Grove. I think the highest seed will take the home. So if Benilde wins, this will be their last home game before the state tournament for the rest of the year. So again, glad you're with us. I'm awful glad to be here. And speaking of the weather, it's 85 degrees, 60-degree dew point, winds 8 miles out of the east. But the other factor, which I don't think it's going to affect kids that are this young, but there is an air quality alert, and it comes from the forest fires, not in Western Canada, but in Eastern Canada, in Quebec. And so we do have winds out of the east, and that's exactly what we have, 8 miles out of the east. So, which is rare, because usually we have the prevailing wester. We always get our weather from the west somewhere, and right now the winds are coming from the east, and they're bringing the wildfire smoke here. And it's been a smoky summer so far, and you can feel it, you can see it, and you can kind of smell it in the air. And that's the atmosphere that we have here. I look at the flags, and they're pretty still out there, so I don't see the wind as a huge factor. But the smoke could be. But right now, the biggest factor is how well the Blake Bears are playing. And I have to say, they're playing a perfect game here so far against the higher seed Red Knights. And the Red Knights looking for some offense against that Blake Bears defense. And you gotta believe the Bears are motivated here, being the underdogs, looking to see if these two teams played earlier this year, and they very well may have. May give us an indication of how this one might end up. Let's see, did they play before? Just looking at their former schedule here, and they have not played each other, which might be to the advantage of Blake, quite honestly. No scouting reports, or at least no personal experience. I'm sure there's scouting reports and there's film on their prior matches and vice versa. But they did not play this year, which sort of surprises me. They're not that far away geographically, two private schools. Didn't end up on each other's non-conference schedules. All right, now, following the lengthy timeout, the Red Knights have it. Time on the clock, 10:53 to go. And the Red Knights have it, and that's number 10 with it, Julia Evans at the top of the key, playing the point guard position, if you will. Now looking for Grotzik. Why not go to your leading scorer? She looks for Vang in between, gets by her. Elliott can't get it, and now the Bears have it right out of the timeout, and the Bears get a turnover. And again, that is number 11 with it for the Bears. Cynthia Lyman, she's got both goals, and now she's got the turnover. Lyman just being a superstar out there for the Bears, and now with it is Lola Palestrini, the junior. And she'll slow it up and get it to the far side. Now behind the net, now back up top to number 10, Remy Abraham, the senior captain. And the attacker, now to the near side, that's 13, Charlotte Palmby. Palmby cuts left. And now it's poke-checked away nicely by number 6, Charlize Vang, and now that drew a whistle. Not sure what for that was. Looked like a clean play, but they're going to give a free shot here, almost like a free kick in soccer. I call it a free shot. There's probably a more sophisticated lacrosse name I haven't quite learned yet. Now that's Lola Palestrini behind the net. Her team up 2-0. They are in no hurry. 9.5 minutes to go. Clock continues to wind down. They play halves here, 2 25-minute halves in girls lacrosse. As opposed to the guys, they play 4 12-minute quarters, switching each time. Not sure what the rationale is behind any of that. And now the shot and a goal. And there was a whistle at the same time, but it's going to be called off. And number 7, Lola Palestrini, gets goal number 3, and the Blake Bears are on top, 3-0 on the road. And here is that replay. You can see the flag go up, and then the shot goes in, and they're going to wave off that penalty, and there is the double front bicep pose by number 8, Ellie Morrison with the goal for the Bears. That goal comes with 9:07 remaining in the first half. Back to the center circle. Red Knights down 3-0. And they've got to stop the bleeding here at some point. Evans now with the face-off. And the Bears come away with it. They are playing some magnificent lacrosse here, aren't they? And they still are able to keep it. And boy, if there's one thing I've learned about watching lacrosse over the last several years, is just the fundamentals of being able to control that ball. And right there, the Bears weren't able to do it, and that's why Hillens and the Red Knights have it. Looking for goal number 1 here. Here comes Hillens on the right side. Again, patience is key. A lot of game left here, but they are down 3-0. They don't want to get down too far because clearly the Bears are a formidable opponent here. And now Grotzik. Both teams catching their breath here. 8-12, 8-11. Clock continues to wind down. Fast moving first half. Evans cuts around. A lot of screens like basketball. Theodra tries to get a look. Now Grotzik might take it on her own. She gets pushed back. And the quick pass in between draws a whistle from the back judge. And they're going to direct it over to the left side, and Grotzik's going to get a free opportunity from a tough angle against Abby Zeal. So let's see what Grotzik, the leading scorer with 50-plus goals, not to mention the assists. Let's see what happens, and she decides to back off. She didn't like the angle, not a bad idea. Now with it, number 21, that is Kaltsas, and she gets it poke-checked away. And another whistle, and that's going to be a turnover. And now the Bears have it with 7:14 to go. first half. Now back to Zeal, the goaltender, and she has been spectacular in nets for the Bears. Now she breaks it out to the near side. That's Jada Shenitz, the sophomore defender. She'll carry it up to about the 40. She runs into Grotzik, and she gets right by her. Nice move by Shenitz. And now she gives it up to number 7, Palestrini, and the Bears are playing brilliantly here. Now behind the net to number 6, that's Maddie Shaw. Back to Palestrini. She tries the near side. The quick shot is loose, and it goes in. It's a dribbles by Brooke Nelson, and it's 4-0 for the Bears. That goal coming with 6:35 remaining. Let's go to the replay and try to unpack this goal. Okay, there is 7, Palestrini. She came in, took the hit, and she just got it out of her basket. Brooke Nelson mistimed her defense, and the ball was at her feet, and it dribbled in just like that. A gift from the heavens to the Blake Bears gives them a 4-0 lead here on the road. And now we'll go back to the center circle, and we've got a new face-off specialist in number 22, Carson Elliott. And she's done her fair share of face-offs. Good move, I believe, by Coach Anna Bowlesby. Got to mix it up here. And let's see how it plays out. And Evans picks it up. So Red Knights win that. Now they got to get a goal. Nice return pass to Elliott. That was beautiful right there. Suitable for framing. Now Grotzik. So the Red Knights, they used to be the complacent ones. They are used to being up top early and taking their time. Now they're behind the 8 ball here, so to speak, down 4-0. They've got to get it going. Grotzik using her size and positioning, try to get in, and she gets backed out. And I think the Red Knights, they've just got to kind of unleash themselves here. Now here comes Grotzik, gets pushed back. Good defense by the Bears. I don't know if they're just afraid to go in there, take some hits, but they are facing a more formidable opponent, to be sure. And it's going to take a different kind of effort to get back in this one for the Red Knights. Okay, now number 13 with it, Nicholson. Now Carson Elliott. They need a leader. It might come from Elliott. She comes in and just misses wide right, but it drew a flag, and there's going to be a free shot here for Elliott and an opportunity for the Red Knights. Here it comes right here, and she gets a penalty right there. Great camera angle. And they're just going to play it around here. So no free shot there, but they do retain possession, and we're already at the 5-minute mark in the first half. I can't remember a lacrosse half going this fast. Now behind the net, and if you're a Blake Bears fan, you love the fact that this game is going fast when your team is up 4-0 on the road in the semifinals. Here comes Vang with the shot, and another save by Abby Zeal. And Grotzik gets an important rebound. Red Knights desperate for a goal here. Anything to get some momentum and get some confidence. Now to the near side, Carson Elliott. Looking. If anything, the Red Knights, I think they're a little stagnant out there. They need to get moving. Here comes Hillens coming right in, and the shot, and she misses on the bounce pass shot, or however you want to call that. Unable to convert, but they retain possession with 4:10 remaining in the first half. Now behind the net, number 6, Charlize Vang. Red Knights just playing excellent position defense. Look at number 12 right there. Look at how she keeps her arm up there for the Bears. Charlotte Opp just manning right in front of Abby Zeal, the goaltender. And now almost poke checking it away, and they do poke check it away, but will they get possession? And yes, they will. They are in position to get it. Now she goes down. No whistle on the call. Yes, there was. And they're going to give it to the Bears. Great defense again on display by the Bears, and they have it now with 3:25 to go and a 4-0 lead on the road in the semifinals. Now Zeal with it. Vang putting pressure on her as she's behind the net, using it as a screen. Really smart there, I think. Number 12 now, Opp. Red Knights putting on some forecheck pressure here. Now Zeal, she waves everybody down. And I can't be more impressed with Abby Zeal in nets here. And now she's holding on to it. I can't blame her. Time is on their side right now. They are in no hurry whatsoever. Now they'll go back to Zeal. A 4-0 lead going to halftime would be outstanding. Better than whatever they dreamed before they got here today. And they are just taking it easy here. And there is no shot clock. There's no time clock. Like in basketball, you got to get the ball across midcourt by 10 seconds. All right, now they force the action. Was Vang, and that's what they were waiting for. If you're not going to come get us, we're not coming after you. And now they wander around and go back. This is what they call the frozen. What was the UCLA coach? The deep freeze, they used to call it. Now Hillens got the interception, and now a chance with 2 minutes to go. Here comes Grotzik, feeds Evans, she's got it, and she gets turned back around, and the resilient defense with the Bears on display brings a round of applause from their visiting crowd members. And now Evans with it. 1:50 remaining. Red Knights looking for first goal of the night. Now Evans gonna come in, cuts right, takes a shot, gets a poke checked away, and now the Bears have it. Look at the defense by the Bears. Now intercepted, and now Vang has it. That's number 6, Charlize Vang, with 1.5 minutes to go. I don't think the Red Knights have been shut out in a half all year long. And that is what they're looking at right here. This game is not out of their reach by any stretch, but a goal right before halftime could bring the momentum right back their way here at home. That would be just what the doctor ordered. Grotzik. But this Bears defense is stellar. All right, Grotzik now. She's their leading scorer and their captain, and here comes Elliott, and I don't understand that whistle. I don't understand what that whistle was for. Just as Elliott was getting in there, it seemed unnecessary to me. But I am not the most educated lacrosse commentator that ever existed. I'll grant you that. But here's Elliott with a chance. She's got to go for a goal here, doesn't she? She comes right in and doesn't make it happen. And Zeal with another save. That was all Abby Zeal, wasn't it? She got in, Elliott made the cut right, and now a goal. Just as we were showing the replay, and I missed it myself. Unfortunate, but the Red Knights get on the board with 36.1 seconds. And that is Grotzik, and she is one winded girl there, isn't she? Graycheck gets the goal, and I think our cameras and myself missed it. Our apologies as we were going to the replay. But I don't think anyone cares if you're a Red Knight fan. All they care is they got the goal, and they are now 4-1, and that is what the doctor ordered. Getting that goal, huge, huge, huge psychological boost for these Red Knights. Now, back to the center circle. Can they back it up? Could this be the end of the momentum for the Bears? All important face-off. Evans back there, and she's got it with 33 seconds, and you gotta believe they want to get one here one more time and cut the deficit to 2. Now Grotzik, 25 seconds remaining. June Vang behind the net. No, that's, sorry, that was Charlize Vang, number 6. Now Grotzik looking in, kept it, 12 seconds remaining. Looking to get another goal right here before halftime. The shot goes off the post, the rebound right in there, the shot, and a goal. That comes at 3.9 seconds. I believe it was Hillens on the rebound. Watch this action on ParkTV 16 Sports. Grotzik comes to the right side. Goosebump moment, hits the post. Ricochets out, picked up by, was that Hillens? Yes, number 12. Lauren Hillens cuts the deficit to 2, so just like that, and that is the excitement of lacrosse, is how quick they can score. Back to the center circle, 3.9 seconds remaining. Hillens gets it, and that'll do it. And that is the whistle signaling the end of half number 1. And after one half of play, our score 4-2. Come on back for half number 2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Glad you're with us.
Drownings are the #1 cause of accidental death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Designate an adult water watcher to watch kids in and around water. Save the phone calls and texts for when the kids are out of the water. Properly fence all pools with fences at least 4 feet high and with self-closing, self-latching gates. When above-ground pools aren't in use, remove the ladders. When pools aren't in use, cover them. Teach kids to stay away from drains. And if a child is missing, check the pool or spa first. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more. Because you never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are bringing you girls Section 5A lacrosse playoffs. It is the semifinals. We're at the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's at, more specifically, the McQuinn Athletic Complex. And there's your score at halftime, 4-2, the Blake School, the #3 seed, coming in, upset-minded Blake Bears. They were up 4-0 until the last minute of the first half when they gave up 2 quick goals right at the end, the last one with 3.8 seconds or something like that remaining. So the Red Knights woke up late, and now we got us a match. So even though you're watching this on tape delay, settle in. This is going to be a great 25 minutes to the finish. The winner moves on to the championship game and then the state championship after that. And we're underway. Julia Evans going left or right with the Red Knights. The Bears in blue. They're up 4-2. They played a magnificent first half and they gave up 2 late goals, and now they win the faceoff to begin the second half, and another great start for the Blake Bears on the road. Looking for the upset. Now on the far side, that is number 10 with it, Remy Abraham. Now behind the net to number 7, that is Lola Palestrini. And the Bears have been very patient. They probably won the time of possession statistic in the first half. And when they had a 4-0 lead, they held onto that ball and took their old sweet time, and they still have a 2-goal lead. I don't expect that strategy to change. And there's number 11, Cynthia Lyman. She had 2 of the 4 goals. Her first shot goes out of bounds, and the Bears will retain possession, I believe, and they have it now in the far corner. That is number 7, Lola Palestrini. She's behind the net. Good defense there by the Red Knights. Number 11, that is Lulu Rosinski. Now the ball in the hands or in the basket. And that is now number 11 with it, Cynthia Lyman. She is one dangerous player for the Bears on offense. She's looking to find some daylight, can't get anywhere as the Red Knights defense starting to stiffen up here early in the second half. Now behind the net, number 7, Palestrini loses it. Good defense there by the Red Knights as they push them back. Clock now at coming up on 23 minutes remaining in the match. Now with the ball, Cynthia Lyman, and these Bears, they're gonna milk this clock. And you can't blame him. Lyman comes in, she gets pushed back. Now the pass, cross court, gets loose. Errant pass, I would say. And it's picked up brilliantly by number 11, Lulu Rosinski. And she gets it ahead to Vang. Vang takes a shot. That's number 7 with it. June Vang. June Vang now gets it poke checked away. She gets hit near the head. That draws the whistle. That stops the clock. No, the clock continues to run. 22:38. But the Red Knights are going to get a free shot at the top of the key. They've got 2 unanswered goals coming into half number 2 and a chance for their third going against the great goaltender Abby Zeal for the Bears. She's been magnificent. And look at the defense by the Bears. Forces Vang to retreat, and now the regular offense for the Red Knights. Here comes Carson Elliott. She's got a mind of her own as she comes in, and she takes a hit. Much like a fullback running up the middle, wasn't she? Nothing was going to stop her. She gets tripped right inside the arc. That's going to give her a free shot just outside the arc. She's got plenty of room. Elliott versus Zeal. And she backs off, showing respect for the defensive speed. And now another quick whistle as the poke checks came in from the Bears. Now Elliott with another free pass here. Now she'll give it up to number 12, Hillens, to number 7. That is June Vang. Vang now goes left, goes right, finds Grodzick in the middle. Look at the defense. She has to find her way out of there like a cave. You can see her duck her head. Now Evans with the shot and a goal. Grodzick to Evans. What a combination. And now the Red Knights have come within one. That goal comes with 21-17 remaining. And what a nifty play right here. Grodzick to Evans. She's wide open. Zeal, the goaltender, turns and can't get there soon enough. And between the legs on the bounce pass goal gets Julia Evans on the scoreboard. And a little bit of a deep breath if you're a Red Knight fan. They're still down 1, but they have scored 3 unanswered goals, too late in half number 1. And now another one here in the first few minutes of the half number 2, and we're at 4-3. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. Now the face-off, and Evans has it. You wonder what the conversation was at halftime for the Red Knights. It's win or go home, and now Grodzick with another goal. Just like that, this time Evans returns the favor with the assist. Last time it was Grodzick to Evans. This time it's Evans to Grodzick, and you gotta think something went on at halftime there. They didn't like how they felt, and they were getting outplayed by the Bears. And look at that goal, suitable for framing, especially as you see the goaltender, Abby Zeal, leaping to try to save, and the ball going behind her. And that goal comes with 21:06 remaining. Julia Evans to the center circle for another face-off. I thought the Red Knights were a little tentative in the first half, and there is no time for tentativeness in the playoffs. It's time to go. Now number 21 with it. Maddie Kaltsas, and the Red Knights have possession, and they have clearly have the momentum as we're just under 21 minutes to go here in the second half. We're at the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's. And this is in the beautiful community of St. Louis Park on an 85-degree evening, winds out of the east. Gorgeous night, maybe a little smoky from those Canadian wildfires in Quebec. Yes, they are east of us, but we've got easterly winds, and that's why those smoke is coming in here. Now Elliott brings them the lead, and that comes with 20-20. And maybe the best thing that happened to these Red Knights was how they got schooled in the half number 1, and they have had enough. And it really woke them up, didn't it? Here comes Carson Elliott right there, beats Zeal. She couldn't catch up with it. And there's number 6, Charlize Vang, celebrating, and now they're up 5-4. So they were down 4-0, and they have come roaring back here at the tail end of half number 1, and in the first several minutes here of half number 2, they're up 5-4. Now the Blake Bears have got to figure out a way to stop the bleeding. And now here comes the Red Knights once again. Maddie Kaltsas. I think the Bears have woken the bear inside the Red Knights here. They have got the momentum, and they have got to keep riding that emotion. Do not stop if you're a Red Knights fan here. He who hesitates is lost, and here is Hillens. And I think there was a lot of hesitation. It just took a half to wake up. And look at that pass to Evans, and the nice save by Zeal. Just what the Bears needed there. That could be the momentum they need to get back in this one now. And now a whistle, and they're going to give the ball back to the Bears. So look at Abby Zeal right there with the body block. She is an outstanding goaltender despite giving up those 5 goals. You're going to give up goals in lacrosse if you're a goaltender. It's just the nature of the game. And now they have it. And they are going to be pressed here. See what kind of resilience they can come up with. If they can come up with a goal here now to tie it up, it'll be game on for the game for the rest of the way out here. And now they find number 11, Lyman, and good forecheck by the Red Knights. I think the giant within has been woken up. The great Red Knight within them all. Now here come the Blake Bears, though. They're going to have something to say about it, and they're going to remain their patient selves here. They're only down one. They're not going to panic. They are obviously well coached, and that is Remy Abraham. 8:41, 8:40 clock remaining in the match. Here comes number 10, Abraham with the shot, and Brooke Nelson with the save. Rebound, though, comes out to the near side. Down goes the Bears, number 6, Ja. And was there a whistle there? There was. And Ja's going to retain possession in the offensive zone. 18:20 remaining, second half. Now Abraham. Up top to Cynthia Lyman. She's their most dangerous scorer by far for the Bears. And she's being marked well there by Lauren Hill, number 13, Annabelle Nicholson. Now weaving her way in, and the shot and a goal, and the Bears answer. Number 10, Remy Abraham. And we've got us a match here. Look at her weave around there like a snake coming in, goes up high. Nelson jumps and she goes down low. So that was a nice technique there, right? She jumped up as if the ball was going to go high, but then she actually shot it low. That drew Brooke Nelson off her feet, made her vulnerable for the low shot, and that resulted in the 5th goal for the Bears. And we're tied at 5 with 17:55 remaining. Second half, you're watching Section 5A Girls Lacrosse Playoffs, and the excitement couldn't be better. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. Back to the center circle, Julia Evans for the Red Knights. Face off and loose. Who's gonna get it? And the Bears have it. That is Abraham. She just got the last goal. Now into the 4 offensive zone to number 6, Maddie Ja. And this is a heavyweight fight, these two. The Blake School just down the road on Highway 7. And the Red Knights of Highway 100. They intersect just a mile up the road here. And now a whistle, and the Bears are gonna retain possession. Clock continues to wind down here in the second half. This is gonna be a nail biter. Stay with us. All right, now with it, number 11, Cynthia Lyman. Lyman with it, goes left. Coming in, and goes off the post. There was a whistle right before the shot. And that's going to be opportunity for the Bears. And number 11, Cynthia Lyman. She has 2 goals on the afternoon. There's that replay. And I think the goal would not have counted. And now Lyman looking to size up. Nelson comes in, cuts right, takes the shot. There was a whistle and a flag again. Play still on, goes on. I saw the referee put the flag up. I don't know why they're still playing. Again, I'm not an expert on lacrosse, but now number 9 with it, that's Bailey Gray. And that Gray goes down hard, and that draws a whistle and a yellow card, I believe. I thought I saw one, maybe not. Big shot there. You think this game doesn't matter to these girls? It absolutely matters, and you can see the intensity right there, and you gotta love it. All right, now number 9, Bailey Gray. She'll get in their shot. Look at the speed of Gray. I remember, look at the speed of Gray, just running it in the offensive zone. That is such an important weapon for the team overall. And now Grotzik with it, and that drew a round of applause from the home crowd. They respect and appreciate what was happening right there with Gray. Now Grotzik comes in. She gets pushed back. We're tied at 5. She spins, shoots, and a goal! The leading scorer, taking ownership of this game. Right there, gets the pat on the back from Vang and her teammates. Look at the spin move. Always reminds me of Chuck Foreman of the Vikings. She just eludes Zeal's basket. And it's 6-5 Red Knights. That goal comes with 15:34 to go. And we go to the center circle. Evans for the Red Knights. And I cannot see the number of the Blake Bear doing the face-off. It is somebody different. My angle, this allows me to see it. And that is number 9, I believe, if I can read her number right. That's Jada Chenitz. And number 8, excuse me, thank you. Ellie Morrison, that was. So now with it, number 10, Abraham. And now the Bears looking to answer back. This is like a heavyweight fight here. Now behind the net, number 7, Lola Palestrini. To the near side, going down, Cynthia Lyman. Using her legs to go down to pick that up. Now Lyman, she's their leading scorer. Obviously team leader, goes low on Brooke Nelson and it goes wide right. Nelson was down on her knees to meet that. She was ready for it. Here's that replay. Here comes Lyman, losing her length there, gets the shot off and it just was wide right, off the mark. Good defense. And she had a defender, I believe that was Lulu Rosinski, in her face. Now with it, number 6 for the Bears. That is Maddie Jha. Now ball loose, Nelson has it. She scoops it up single-handedly. She's so cool, calm and collected in nets. That's the way she's been for the last couple of years that I've watched her. And look at that rainbow. Tommy Kramer long bomb into the 4. That's Croft. She loses it, gets poke checked away. I don't think she was aware someone was behind her. A little bit more awareness would have helped there. But nevertheless, with it, number 22 is Carson Elliott. And the Red Knights now with a 6-5 lead, looking to increase it here with 13:47 to go. And the shot by number 21, Kaltsas, goes high over the crossbar and out of play. There's that quick replay. Just misses by inches. Red Knights retain possession. Grotzik behind the net. Up to the top. Elliott. She doesn't care. And there she goes with the shot. Carson Elliott has come to play. She's going to leave it all out there. You could see she had her head down and nobody was going to stop her. Then she decided to shoot it. Look at that goal and look at that celebration. So great to watch. And now the Red Knights increase their lead to 2. Remind yourselves, they were down 4-0 at the tail end of half number 2 and showed the perseverance to get 2 goals late. The last one coming with 3.8 or 7 seconds remaining. And now they're up 7-5 at home with 13:22 on the clock, looking to advance to the finals of Section 5A. Back to the center circle. It's going to be number 8 again, Ellie Morrison, the senior captain, to go against Julia Evans, the junior, for the Red Knights. Face off, goes into the Bear zone, and it's picked up by Kaltsas, number 21. She's off to the races. She darts left, gets pushed back. Now she hits Evans and a goal. No, that's Grotzik. My goodness, what efficiency. Bang, bang, goal, right? Look at this. You know, the best thing that happened to the Red Knights was getting down 4-0. I honestly believe that. It woke them up. They were tentative in the first half, and that was it. It's like go hard or go home, and they came out going hard, and now we have a timeout on the pitch. Red Knights are up 3. That last goal comes with 13:08 remaining. What an amazing match. It did not look good for these girls, Red Knights, in the first half. And they have come storming back. How much time do they have in these halves? 25 minutes? I'm just going to do a little math, which is not my strong point. But I think they scored those first 2 goals in the last minute of half number 1. And now in the first about 12 minutes, so in the last 13 minutes, they have tallied 8 goals and they've only given up 1. So it's 8-1 in the last 13, 12 minutes. So that halftime speech, I would have liked to have been a fly on the wall there when Anna Bowlesby had her conversation. And I'm sure they had it with themselves. It's like, this isn't who we are. No, it's not. And the Bears were playing great lacrosse. And as I was indicating before, the Red Knights looked a little tentative, but that has got to go out the window. When it's playoffs, you got to play playoff lacrosse, and that means you bring it all, and that's exactly what they're doing now. Can't leave it on the bench, can't leave it at home. You got to bring it all, and that is exactly what they're showing here. And they could ride this lesson that the Blake Bears taught them in the first half all the way to the state tournament. They just need to remember how it felt there right before halftime, and they were down 4-0 at home. It's got to be the worst feeling they've ever felt. Well, in sports, there are more personal things in the world that are much more important than this match, but not when you're playing it, and this is what matters if you're being present in the moment. And now we are present in the moment, and right now in this moment, there is 13:08 remaining. The Red Knights are up 8-5. And these Bears are on their heels, and now they look like they're slow and lethargic, much like how the Red Knights looked in the first half. And they brought their best game, and you wonder, they are now looking like deer in the headlights here. All right, now Julia Evans coming out of the timeout. I'm not sure which team took that timeout, but I'm sure it was the Bears. And if you're the Red Knights, they just wanted to slow their momentum down, if for no other reason. That's a reason to take the timeout, and there's a push from behind by Kaltsas, and she has been an igniter out there in the second half, hasn't she? All right, now the Bears have it. They're down 3. I don't know if they have the wherewithal to score 3 more here before the end of the match. Their game was about getting ahead and keeping control of the ball. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't want to get in a track meet with these Red Knights, but guess what? They're in a track meet right now. They've given up 8 in about 12 minutes. 8 goals, that is. Okay, here come the Bears. Maybe this will light a fire under them, and it may with number 8 there. I like her enthusiasm, Ellie Morrison. And she runs over number 9, Bailey Gray. And Bailey Gray has played incredibly well here in the second half. She took that hit for the team. It caused the turnover, and watch her speed. The last time she rushed the ball out of the defensive zone, she took another hit. And look at the speed. You gotta love Bailey Gray. She is one tough player. Look at her weave right through everybody. That is invaluable skill for this team. Now Grotzik. Bailey Gray gets a star on defense right there. Now Carson Elliott with it. And they've got a 3-goal lead. And they've got to keep the pedal to the metal, or the metal to the pedal, or whatever it is, to the floorboard. Now here comes number 21, Kaltsas. Now off the bench, just coming in right there, Fiye Jarvang. Grotzik now with it. It's a lot more fun when you play at full speed. Here comes the cutter, number 13, Nicholson. Grotzik now back out up top to Maddie Kaltsas. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's Kaltsas. I don't know if one of those consonants is silent, but I'm going with what I'm seeing there, Kaltsas. And she, who cares? She's playing well. Now, here comes 12. Hillens gets Grotzik. She gets triple teamed. She ducks out. And they can be a little patient, but boy, they want to keep that intensity up. Here comes Evans, and there's what I'm talking about. Putting the pedal to the floorboard, and Evans gets another goal, and now they're up 4. They were down 4 just before half, and now they're up 4 with about half to go in the second half as she beats Abby Ziel between the legs. That goal comes with 10:46 remaining. This is the first of a doubleheader that ParkTV 16 Sports is bringing you. On tape delay, Evans back to the center circle. Following this match, the guys, boys build the lacrosse team. They haven't lost in 2 years. They're going to take on Wayzata. I see Wayzata fans already showing up. So anyone watching this probably knows the outcomes of both these matches, but stay tuned for that game number 2. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports, and the Red Knights now with a 4-goal lead with 10.5 to go in the match. And Julia Evans to Grotzik, the pass to Kaltsas, misses the mark. Kaltsas, though, showing great concentration with the ball. Now behind the net, that is Fieja Vang. Bouncing back and forth, looking, now to number 6, that's Charlize Vang. Vang now, Charlize with it. I may call them by their first names. A differentiation. Evans takes it in between and goes for the goal and gets it. And now the floodgates are open. There's not enough sandbags here for the Bears, it appears, and now they're down 5, 10-5. Evans. I've lost track of how many goals. Look at the pure joy smiles on those girls' faces. And it appears there is another timeout on the pitch. That comes with 9:57 remaining. And then let's go back to the brackets as we look at the Blake School. And it looks like the Red Knights are going to advance, and that game is likely going to be on the road unless the girls of Wayzata, the Trojans, upset Maple Grove, the Crimson of Maple Grove. They're playing right now. I don't have any access to how that match is going. Oh, they played this morning? Do we know the outcome? Okay, so that means Maple Grove has moved on to the final. So if Benilde wins, they'll go on the road on June 7th, day after tomorrow, Wednesday night. Probably, I don't know what time that game will be, either 5 or 7 most likely. We will not be there. We'll likely be here. If the guys can get by the Trojans, then we'll be here to take on their final match because they will be the number 1 seed. So the reason why the Red Knights would go on the road to play Maple Grove is because Maple Grove is the number 1 seed, and the way the Minnesota State High School League determines where these games are played, they aren't neutral sites when it comes to lacrosse. Unlike football, I believe they play in neutral sites once they get to a certain point in the section brackets. But Maple Grove will host that match. So the Red Knights will go up there to take on the number 1 seed, with the winner winning the right to go to the state tournament, which will be held in Stillwater and White Bear Lake. So the east side of the metro area will be hosting the state tournament, and I believe they hosted it last year and maybe the year before. Prior to that, I know it had been at Chanhassen High School, and they have a great facility over there to host such an event as well. All right, now here out of the timeout, the Bears, down 5, have their work cut out for them. They've got just about 10 minutes to make up a 5-goal deficit, or their season is going to come to a crashing halt. And they have a few seniors on the team, including Abby Zeal, Sally Countryman, Charlotte Opp, Remy Abraham, Ellie Morrison, and Maddie Jha. So several seniors are looking at their last 10 minutes of varsity play in their high school careers. So even though they're graduating, which is always an exciting time for any high schooler, no matter what you do, it is also bittersweet for the spring sport athletes when their seasons come to an end. But so many great opportunities for being in high school and graduating ahead. Now the Red Knights win that face-off. 9:30 to go here, second half. And they have a 5-goal lead, and they might now just slow it down here with 9:24 to go. And that is a pretty safe lead here with 10 minutes to go. I'm not one to believe in prevent defenses, but there is a point of reasonableness where you don't need to put the pedal to the metal all the time. And now right in there, Kaltsas, but you know what? Why not put the pedal to the metal? And now they are going through these Bears, for lack of a better phrase, like water through a sieve. Look at the nice pass and the boy, that's not really a screen. They just sort of switched places. It was almost like a give and go. But you could see Krawczyk coming out and then taking the place, and then like almost like a back, you know what it was? It's a backdoor pass. Just like basketball, where the defender loses track of you and you go backdoor and the person with the ball recognizes it, hits you with it in stride for the layup in basketball, or in this case, the layup in lacrosse. So now, following that goal, a 6-goal lead, and Evans has it. And you do get the feeling that these Blake Bears have lost their mojo, so to speak. They had it in their grasp there with a 4-0 lead. And as I was commentating earlier, I thought the Red Knights needed to get something there by the end of the first half, and they did. They got 2 quick ones with less than a minute. And then they came out of halftime roaring, and it's been all Red Knights since. They've only given up 1 goal, and they've scored 11. Pretty much all in the last, what's my math here, 12, 15, yeah, in the last 20 minutes of play, the Red Knights have outscored the Bears 11-1. All right, now they are taking their time, and you can see the Bears are needing to push the issue there on defense. They don't want these Red Knights to just burn away the clock, and nice job there by number 7, June Vang. And now Carson Elliott up top to number 21, Maddie Kaltsas. Now Julia Evans cuts left, comes in. Her shot blocked in front, and the Bears have it. Good defense. With it is number 2, Maddie Newhouse, the junior. She's getting harassed, and now they poke check it away on the forecheck. Now it's picked up. Oh, and a dangerous scoop and pass by Cynthia Lyman, but effective and very skilled as she got it to the goaltender Zeal. Now back out to Lyman as she tries to break out on the right side, and she gets by Vang, and now Hillens tries to take her on, and Lyman does a nice job galloping on that far sideline, using every bit of the field, try to get it down to Palestrini, and it's taken away by the Red Knights on defense, and Julia Evans now gets the outlet pass as number 13, Annabelle Nicholson, played magnificent defense there for the Red Knights, and now the Bears get it right back, and I believe that's Lyman again into the front court, or I should say the offensive zone. And now she's coming in unmarked, and that is not Lyman. And they're just sort of letting her come around. That is number 8, actually, Ellie Morrison, the senior captain. And she loses it, and picking it up is Phaedra Vang with the spin move. It gets knocked out of her basket, now picked up by number 11. That is Lulu Rosinski. Rosinski brings it out of the defensive zone. She gets harassed from the near side, coming in, uses her body very well to protect the ball, just like basketball, right? Just coming around, taking the cross checks, taking the harassment, gets rid of it just in time to Evans on the bounce pass. Brilliant work by Lulu Rosinski right there. Brilliant. Now Carson Elliott behind the net. And was there a whistle? No, just everyone taking a deep breath. Clock continues to run now, under 6 to go. That was Krawczyk with it. Now to Evans. Red Knights with a 6-goal lead with under 6 to go here on ParkTV 16 Sports on location at Benilde-St. Margaret's in beautiful St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Just a great suburb of Minneapolis. Has everything you want. Great schools, great communities, great neighborhoods, great parks. And you've got ParkTV 16 Sports bringing you the best high school sports action in the state. Right here, it's 5A girls lacrosse semifinal style. Now here comes Vang, try to sneak it in right along the post. She gets turned away, and now behind the net is June Vang. That was Charlize. Watch Charlize now. She tried to pull a fast one, cut right into the defense, tried to stuff it right there behind Zeal. She hit the post, it appeared to me. Now Elliott to Krawczyk. To number 7, June Vang. Now to Phaedra Vang. So all 3 Vangs right there on that corner. Dominating action and play. Now Julia Evans up top. Kaltsas will cut in front of her. Evans now will take the lane. Look, shoots, scores. 12-5, 4:27 remaining. And it appears to be now a foregone conclusion that these Red Knights have rallied back. And there is Evans showing unbelievable athletic ability there. It just took him a half to wake up, didn't it? Maybe it's the smoky air, who knows? But it is smoky here. You can see it. You can kind of smell it. And it's a little bit dew pointy out here. Not bad, not as bad as it was last time we were here. But there is an air quality index and an air quality warning until tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I heard that on the radio driving out to the match tonight. And you can sort of feel it a little bit in your breathing. So these girls are persevering, breathing in a lot of smoke particles. Coming in from Canada, big forest fires. I know there were some earlier in the western part of the country, and now they're burning in the eastern part. And Quebec, if you're familiar with the provinces, is above New York. So it's pretty far east, but the winds are coming due east, 8 miles an hour, which is unusual, but it does happen. And that's why we're getting the smoke from the east of Canada. All right, now here is number 21 with it. That is Maddie Kaltsas. Now Grotzik. Grotzik to Evans. And with a 7-goal lead, there's 3.5 minutes to go, and I think they're going to take it easy here. Obviously, there's no reason to put the pedal to the metal anymore with under 4 to go, 3:20 to be exact. Carson Elliott. What a great match this was. I encourage anyone that's watching this later in the match, go back to the beginning and watch that first half. And the Blake Bears played what I thought was perfect lacrosse. Their game plan was to control the ball, get a lead, and hold the ball. And they gave up 2 goals late in the last minute of the first half. And it was pretty much all over after that. As I was mentioning before, I don't know what was said at halftime, but my guess is that Anna Bowlesby, I don't know her at all, but I'm sure the mood in the room was, we're not doing this anymore. We're going to come out and start being aggressive, and that's exactly what they did. And the result was 12 goals, 10 of them in the second half. And they might as well count all 12 in the second half, since the first 2 came in the last minute. The very second goal came with less than 4 seconds. After they had scored with 33 seconds, they won the faceoff and went right down and scored. And that sent a message to the Bears, and it woke them up. I don't think they're going to be able to start off that way in the championship. And now the shot and a goal. Grotzik, this time to number 6, Charlize Vang. And she gets the 13th goal of the night. That comes with 2 minutes remaining. Right here, there's the feed. Charlize Vang's wasted no time getting that behind goaltender Abby Zeal. And so now exactly 2 minutes remaining in the match. And they will make their way back to the center circle. And yeah, there is smoke in the air. I can almost taste it in my mouth, maybe because of all the talking I'm doing, but there definitely is a smokiness in the air. All right, back to the center circle. That is Julia Evans, and a quick whistle gives the ball back to Morrison, number 8, and the Bears, as they will try to get some goals here late. And the shot by Morrison is blocked by Brooke Nelson, and she gets the rebound. And now the outlet pass. And I got to tell you, watching Brooke Nelson throw those bombs from the goal mouth is just beautiful to watch. Just rainbow. They do remind me of long bomb passes, and they're just as exciting as a Vikings throw down the middle of the field. And just to date myself, it really reminds me of Tommy Kramer and Fran Tarking just letting loose and hitting a post pattern to a Sammy White or a Ahmad Rashad. It really is that exciting, at least to me it is. And she just puts them right on the spot and hits her players in stride. You cannot overemphasize, and there's another goal, this time from Grotzik to Kaltsas. And good for these Red Knights. They don't ever want to let up. They've got to remember this intensity, and they've got to hit the ground running in that championship match just like this. I don't think they're going to be able to come back again against Maple Grove or whoever they need to play. I think it's going to be Maple Grove. But they've got to remember this type of energy and just come out firing in that first minute of their championship match. And we wish them the best of luck for sure, as they are now up 14-5. Remember, they were down 4-0 with less than a half minute to go, or just about, in the first half. You talk about the tale of two cities. This was the tale of two halves. Now here come the Bears with less than a minute to go. Right in front, and a goal by the Bears. And I believe, let's see, that was number 10. Remy Abraham, the senior attacker, gets her probably last goal of her season career at Blake. Beats Brooke Nelson to make it 14-6. That goal comes with 48.3 seconds remaining. Back to the center circle. And it's all academic at this point. Nice face-off to Kaltsas, now to Phaedra Vang and to Carson Elliott. See, that is just beautiful across, right? Pass, pass, pass. And I'd like to say goal, but that's basically what it was right there. Red Knights. I think they grew today here. I think they're a better team than they've been all year. I think the Blake Bears taught them something. And I expect them to come out firing against Maple Grove. Unfortunately, we won't be there. We'll likely be here if the boys can get by Wayzata in their semifinal coming up next on ParkTV 16 Sports. And now the poke check away with 9.1 seconds remaining. Here come the Bears with one last chance to get on the scoreboard. There is number 10 with it. Abraham gets knocked away, half second remaining, and there's your final whistle. And the Red Knights win 14-6, and they will advance to the finals. After being down 4-0 early, they come roaring back for the victory. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our production here at ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.